Good, y'all. Welcome to another edition of Yellow Tape, Season 2, episode, I believe this is 14 right now. Salute to Tio Jay, Uncle Jacky, Doc 718, Dad 718, Doc 0528. Gonna bring you the show. Give me a few.
New in the game, I'm standing out in the crowd. Hustle up, gotta stack that cash out my back. Got the beats banging, speakers bumping loud. I'm the king of the game, I'm standing out in the crowd. I'm so hard, gotta stack that cash. Yellow tape wrapped around, I'm making a splash. My flow so hot, it's burning up the scene. When I step into the room, you know what I mean. Yellow tape, yellow tape, yellow tape, yellow tape. We on fire, we the ones in charge. Ain't none time. Turn it up, let the beat drop low. Yellow tape everywhere, it's our time to show.
Practice. I can show you practice. I can show you how to put $1 million in a mattress. I can show the difference between an icon and a classic. Baby in the major should be rolling in a basket. I'm advanced, and it's a lot of dance. From anywhere, my jewelry jump like John Moran. And Kif Tower shorts got me tanning with the babes. You would be a surfer if you ever had this wave. I just switch up my cabana, they throw shade. Matter top 5, the top wives know I'm the fade. And though I'm out the loop, I be mute, playing cute, nothing to say to you. Cause when I'm back home, I'm like Kyrie, I won't play with you. This is magic with the fur. Tim Duncan on the spur. Tanya Harton on the skate. This that Kobe number 8. This the kick over the head in the hand of Sue Bird. This boy's superb. All I got is 2 words. Mace. Kiff.
Doc, Uncle Jacky, talk with flair in the world of sports, ain't nothing rare. He constructed ways, breaking it down. East Coast vibes setting the tone in town. From touchdowns to home runs, they cover it all. The podcast hype is never gonna fall. Tio Jay sparking the bass, driving the flow. With every episode, their legend starts to grow. Tune in to Rhythm, Philly, East Coast Pride. Doc, Jacky and Tio Jay taking you for a ride. Every story unfolds with precision and might. Sports come alive under the spotlight.
Yellow tape, we walking on the scene. Uncle Jacky and the DOJ team. Podcast live, catch us on the stream. East Coast vibes, heavy with the beam. We're the talk, all on the map. Spitting truth in every rap. Got the city on our back. No chance, man, no cap.
Rockin' up with Jacky in the mic zone. Zills exports for legends and thrones. Rare rhythm guards in the flow, no clone. Chatting up stories that we highlight. From the East Coast streets, rap echo flows. Doc in the crew where spotlight shows. Uncle Jacky's voice like the wind that blows.
Cash hustle, everybody knows.
From the East Coast streets, rap echo flows. Doc in the crew where spotlight shows.
What's going on? What's going on? What's going on? Tio Jay, how you doing, brother?
Man, just trying to live and trying to survive this cold, my brother. How you doing?
Bro, we had Timberly Timbers out there, bro.
Not even prepared in the slightest, my boy. I was like, thought I was built. Had to be outside. I was like, nah, real city, buddy.
Yeah, cause now this is where you really have to take the wind into a factor right now. You know what I mean? Because the weather's already cold, the air's already cold, and then with that wind kicking, it's extra cold.
So
wind chill factor. Ooh.
I've been riding through. Be taking my bike out when we going to work and be riding through, bro. The pain you feel from that wind is ridiculous.
Listen, you know what? I think look at the Colombian outerwears. I don't know what you're wearing. You know.
Oh no, bro. You know what it is, bro. I just don't do well in the cold, anyways. Like I'm
Okay.
quadruple layered up. Like I got Under Armour and it's not
Okay.
really an Under Armour, but it's like an Under Armour type, but it's
Yeah.
for the winter time. So it got like the
Yeah.
stretchy fabric, and then it got a layer on the inside, which is like an Under Armour protector. So it's
Yeah.
like
Well.
I got that
Yeah.
on, some
Mhm.
jeans, a pair of sweatpants, nigga, and I got some windbreaker pants on. I be throwing on.
That's just
And
good, though.
I be like a snowman when I be outside, but I be warm as hell. It's not. I'm telling you, bro. The only thing I be getting it now this year been catching me is on my hands, man. So my hands been getting something stupid. I already told my wife on the side. I was like, listen, this is why I don't like snow. But if I'm
Mhm.
freezing to death, if I'm choosing something and I'm freezing to death, and you mean to tell me this is a part of the pain I'm about to go through? No, thank you. Nah. Fire, I'm ready. Pain, 30 seconds, I'm dead. I'm right there. Snow, if I'm trapped and I'm cold and oh no, my fingers is, that pain is unreal, dogs.
No, my fingers. Yeah, bro. I understand.
No, my fingers, my tongue. Nah, dogs. I be on it, bro. I'm like, I'm not with none of that. So I wasn't
Yeah, that,
expecting it to be so cold, but I mean, we
yeah,
really there. We really there. As long as it ain't get colder than this, I'm good, man.
it says 15 degrees at the moment. I know we was a little bit colder earlier. We was in 11 degrees early this morning when I was pushing out. Um,
It was 13 in the morning. It finally raised up to like 20 in like the afternoon,
yeah,
late in the afternoon. That was it.
yeah,
There was
it,
worse
it,
at where I work, where my that strip is on my job. Like the sun comes out on like a corner of the building for like 45 minutes. So I don't get sun at all, like direct sunlight on there. I don't got nothing that's covered, so I be freezing, bro. It's just like, I can't, man. I can't.
yeah, that's one thing about the winter out here. You know what I mean? And the eastern coast is that we get the cold. I mean, but to be honest with you, I wish Uncle Jackie was on the show at the moment because he could speak about the snow that he having out there in Atlanta. You know what I mean?
Ah, you know what that is? That's called karma. Because if I'm not mistaken, he was talking shit about his weather a couple episodes back. And he was, yeah, we don't gotta worry about none of that. Oh yeah,
Yep.
yeah. You want
That's
to
your
go
kid.
ahead and talk some shit? It wasn't a
Yep.
lot, but you got enough to make you be like, wait a minute now, where the fuck do I live? Did they transport me? Where I live at now?
Word. Am I back in New York? Word. Got some questions. So,
Ah,
Texas got snow as well too. You know what I mean? Just real crazy how this weather pattern is flowing at the moment. And certain states that usually don't get the bad weather, winter weather, as far as the snowfall, just getting snowfall. You know what I mean? Recording some inches, pause, or some traces of snow hitting the ground.
how's the snow over there?
Well, out here is
What was
regular.
it,
I mean,
Monday, right? Sunday, Monday?
yeah, it was couple. It was light this time, but the last time it was a little bit heavier. You know what I mean? As
Okay.
far as you know what I mean, the we had a couple inches. Not a couple. We have a couple inches. We had we had a few. We had a few inches last time in the game
Okay.
and stuff.
Yeah,
But
I was wondering. I was a little more open over this. I was wondering if you guys got hit harder.
yeah, nah. But it hit PA more so. Little northern from where I'm at this time around. But the last time we got
Okay.
hit harder than the northern type before. You know what I mean? And then I
Okay.
guess, and what was worse about this time was that it was cold, so there's no melting the snow. You know what I
Bro,
mean?
that's what killed. That's what killed over here, man. Like I had to ride out to work on Monday, and I was like, you know, thankfully, most people have off thanks to Martin Luther King Day, and
Yeah, facts.
the taking the trains and the buses wasn't that bad, but that trip alone, I was like, bro, this is already cold. And that shit dropped. I see all the leftovers, everything that's left over on the side, all that shit started icing over. If you didn't catch it right at that right time, when it was like 40 degrees, I think it hit 40 when stuff started like coming down, then it dropped and it just froze everything over, bro. I got two cars around my strip that's like covered in ice. Covered. Like you can see it. It's frozen out.
and I'm mad because I usually go out there when it first come down. You know what I mean? So I could catch it. So that way, anything that come on top of it is pretty light. You know what I mean? Because
Yeah,
I
you
caught
just
the
didn't
bottom of it. You know what I mean?
yeah.
So this time I didn't go out there because I'm like, oh, it's gonna be light. You know what I mean? But then I didn't anticipate that coldness that the sun was going to hit. And
Freeze
man,
over.
I'm out
That
there the
freeze
next day.
over was so real.
On
Nah.
salt. This shit, like it's gonna be alright. The salt gonna take care of it. You know what I mean? But yeah, man,
Man.
that snow and the coldness of the air done mess this snow thing that we got. Yeah, you won't call it a snowstorm, but the snow flurries that we got. But it made it good for the sports games on Sunday, the football games that played in the
They
sports. You know
all
what I mean?
games were awesome. Unfortunately for fucking Lamar Jackson, I think the snow didn't really help him out too much on that
Yeah,
one. But yeah, I was watching a couple of them joints too because I was like, snow football is always fucking fun. Like
yeah,
football's fun to
no,
watch on TV,
yeah,
but snow football
yeah,
is
yeah. It's
that shit
different.
different, bro. That shit fun as hell.
Yep. Yep, yeah, facts. That's facts. So, I mean, it played a part. You know, everybody liked to watch snow football, like you just mentioned. So it was good that it came down at the time, especially that it didn't close anything down, like as far as the highways or anything, as they was anticipating out there in Philly. But yeah, that's the weather. We cold right now. The highest temperature that we get in the next few days is going to be 37 degrees, I believe. You know what I mean? Which is just a lot warmer than if we're above the frozen
Listen,
mark. That's
I'm
good,
right
bro.
there with you. I'd be 30 degrees any day. What? Are you cold?
Mhm.
Nah, bro, I'm great. I can
No,
see my
right.
breath, but
But
that's all right. I'm good.
guarantee next week you're gonna see some people out there with shorts because that's how it's gonna feel compared to the 11 degrees that we felt today. You
Yeah, I
know,
wouldn't be surprised. That's where they think
no,
it's springtime right around the corner now.
that's facts, bro. Facts. But yeah, I'm gonna just mention this, and we're gonna skip over this, and I'm gonna come. We're gonna mention the other story topic that we got up to. It's a new AK quote and unquote golden era going on right now. We got a new president that was you know elected in, and he took his
Finally
oath.
sworn in.
Yeah, took his oath to be sworn in. So, um, welcome to our 47th president, Donald Trump. But I'm gonna put that on the back burner right now because we have breaking news, which is not breaking right now, but 3 hours ago, we had a situation in Tennessee where there was a fatal shooting inside the schools. I believe this is the first of the year, but this is second in the Tennessee state and around that area that happened within the last 6 months or within a year. But yeah, the shooting in Tennessee. A female student has died, and another student was wounded in the shooting Wednesday morning in Nashville, in a school in Nashville. A police spokesman said the male shooter killed himself. Um, I threw the disclaimer out there because I have a video from the Citizen app. Thank you to the Citizen app for having this out there. So we use this for educational purpose only, and give and broadcast it for a news purpose only, as well as it's crazy how this situation occur. Just gonna show you the video. I'm gonna put the disclaimer back up there so everybody know, just in case you don't know YouTube. But this is a 23-second clip of inside the school when the shooting occurred. I think it transpired when the shooter killed himself. It don't have no visual of the killing, so you don't have to move away, but it do have sound.
Doch, ich hab ihn so.
Oh, so we did hear 2 shots there, and he must have shot the second person and then turned the gun on himself. Um, School is supposed to be a safe haven for the youth. Don't matter the age, don't matter the gender, doesn't matter the race, the creed, the color, or anything or anybody. School's supposed to be a safe haven for the youth. They're supposed to be able to get away from whatever troubles they have at home, if any, and be able to, go to school and feel safe, and feel that the people within the skill building is going to secure them and, and nurture them to the best of their ability. But I think that we fail in one way or another with this aspect, whether it be not having metal detectors or anything at the school, which I'm strongly against, but you have to put some type of preventative there so this could not happen. It could be very few in between of this happening. But I just find this happening a little bit too often inside America and nowhere else that we aware of.
Yeah, not a lot of countries have this type of problem, but not a lot of countries have guns readily available like we do. And that's what it boils down to and draws down to is our access to weaponry is unreal. Uh, the same aspect as when we see a school shooting going on is the same thing I say for when there's another young person shooting or getting killed outside in the street. It equates to the same thing. Our access to weaponry is ridiculous, and it's something long overdue. It's something we've been had a problem with, and we should have addressed. And we've tried to do different things, and it's hard to find a solution. You know, everyone disagrees on this subject, but I think personal safety needs to take a factor in all of these things because it's unbelievable how many. It's always just younger people who always have access, and just a moment of lapse in judgment to go ahead and ruin their whole life altogether, or to end their lives. So
Hmm.
it's ridiculous. Also, it's unfortunate, but from what I've read, this kid came to school, confronted the girl inside of the cafeteria. When he confronts the girl in the cafeteria, is when everything happens. To me, because I doubt they're going to release any information until court comes on, and they're still kind of young, so I don't know how much information they're going to release per se. But to me, that sounds like might have been a rejection, might have been a problem with emotions. And I've had this argument before. I've had this argument with, people of parents who are parents to women, and they feel all the same way, and they all, chime in the same way, where it goes, we need to teach our young men how to deal with rejection. And we need to teach our young men that every action doesn't need a reaction. And if a reaction is violent, then it wasn't meant to be in the first place. I know for a fact that I have struggled through it growing up, but I can say I have never, and I feel like will never, be violent towards another female. I have females in my family, aunts, cousins, sisters, my moms. I was raised by my grandmother. Are you kidding me right now? I put women on a high pedestal. So I give them the benefit of the doubt of being respectful enough to go, you will never and shall never ever lay hands or be violent towards another female. If you feel that way, you know what that means? You can move on to the next one.
Hmm.
Don't sit here and tell me you can't find nobody else. You found this person, right? You need to learn to move on that one too, bro.
Right.
And that's where it's gonna have to come down to, on learning how to really deal this. I hate to put it together. If a 16-year-old, 17-year-old's brain can't process the anguish of a relationship that we all know in high school more than likely won't last, and it's just puppy love to go ahead and go do that. It's just a learning stone. If we know that they can't go ahead and go do that, how are we trusting them to own a firearm, to be around the firearm, or to do anything with their bodies, or to go ahead and make any decisions for themselves?
Mm-hmm.
The brain is still developing. These are still children. That's the
Yep.
problem. And sometimes we overlook that too, you know. And I fortunately or unfortunately, this was just not a lot of people lost their lives, and this was a complete massacre. I feel terrible that the young lady lost her life, and the shooter unfortunately decided to end his. But and my sorrows and my prayers go out to the people that was hurt. But this could have been way worse.
Facts.
This could have been 150 times worse. So since it's
And that's
not, we can't. Yeah, go ahead.
no, but that's why how you narrowed it down makes sense as far as because of rejection, because he wasn't mad at a
And
whole group.
that's exactly what I was about to segue to. So since it's not, let's separate the bullying. Let's separate the they had an agenda that this was planned out to go over here. No, let's look at it
Yeah,
more
what
than
it
likely
is.
for what it is. You
Mm-hmm.
know, and it sucks because I know a lot of people, men, women, both. I know women who have done strange things because of emotions like that, involving the other sex.
Mm-hmm.
Very from super violent to being really unintelligible. Like you wouldn't understand anything that was up. Why would you want to go ahead and go that way? So it's knowing it's both. I know it's there, but most of the time this comes from when it's violent or when it's wrong. It's our young men not understanding that, you know, no means no, or yeah, not
How,
everybody's for you.
how to handle their feelings. How to handle their feelings. And I think
Yeah.
you hit the nail on the coffin with that. And and it just like you said, basically. And you know what? How I raise my kids in the sense, and everybody want to shield their kids, protect them, but you also have to put reality forth in front of them, no matter what.
Mm-hmm.
The world is not going to care about your kids' feelings. It's not going to care about it being hurt physically or mentally. You know what I mean? So you have to sharpen your kids' brains as well as physical ability as well to let them know that it's going to be a lot of bumps and bruises that you're going to come across in this
Mm-hmm.
world. And yes, mommy and daddy going to tell you it's going to be all right. We're going to be able to kiss your boo boo. We're going to be able to let you climb up that chair and fall. But and we're going to be there to pick you back up. But the world is not going to do that for you. You know what I mean? The world is not going to be there. You may have some friends that will be there to help you up as well throughout the life, but it's not guaranteed. So be prepared to not, have to lean on anybody to pick yourself up. Pick yourself
The
up
power
yourself.
of self. The
Hmm.
power of self. We've covered it before that the body can do a lot of miraculous things when you believe in yourself, and this is one of those things, man. You can make a better decision. You know, there's a lot of time. These poor young uh, adults. I don't even want to say that. These kids had a lifetime ahead of them, a whole lifetime on them for what could possibly be a disagreement. What could narrow down to legitimately a disagreement where that person just didn't see clearly, or they didn't understand what was being said, or what the situation was, or couldn't accept the rejection, whatever the case may be, and that was just a disagreement. You know, And I feel bad, man, because we struggle like that as a society. It's always thinking, sometimes mostly like your actions don't have consequences. But because they see everything has happened already, it's like, well, I'll just do that. You know, I wish there wasn't a fascination with killers and guns in this country either.
Yeah, but I mean, but the fascination is not just in this country. What I think too, and I don't want to blame it on video games, but I believe video games has a strong part, and it all depends on how a child is playing with that video game
Mm-hmm.
and supervised. You know what I mean? Because if you dare to telling your son, you know, because you hear your child in a room cursing the people out on the game. You know what I mean? So once you see your child get that animated, and even though you may not know what he or she may be playing, once you see your child getting frustrated on controllers and getting a little bit, you have to control that before that. Bless you, brother.
Thank
Before that get out of hand, you know what I mean, or before
you.
that turns into something that you cannot control in the later aspects of life, you know.
So, are you blaming right there what you're saying? Are you saying it's the video game's fault or it's the parents' fault for
No,
letting them play
well,
the video?
well, okay. If the common domination would be the parent, you know what I mean? It would be the parent.
You
You
see
know what
what
I
I'm saying
mean?
on that?
The parent.
We could. I know you don't want to go there, but because I'm such a prominent advocate for video games, and I believe they're a release compared to more of a training simulation, you know what I'm saying? My argument only will be behind it will go the access to weaponry after
Mhm,
playing video games.
mhm.
After going, oh, I if I can do that here, if I know this here on a game and it looks this easy, it's the same thing with stealing cars. It's the same shit. It's the same shit. If I know I can drive a car in a video game, I could just all I got to do is just do this and drive over here. I know I can do this in real life.
Mhm.
It's the same thing with guns. It's the access to it. All right, you're gonna go ahead and go do it. Oh, I know such and such has a Beretta somewhere. I know such and such has a Desert Eagle over there. Or my pops be hunting, and I know there's a 12 gauge and a 9mm right over there. I, that's how it is for me too, bro.
But be fair. I kind of think that that's how it, like, weak minds, and then again, but it comes down to the parents, bro, no matter what. But I still think that, you know, since the parents, you know, like the world is revolved around a parent working, you know what I mean,
Mm.
and a parent don't usually give the proper supervision to a child. You know what I mean? I'm just being real. You know, whether the parent is in the house working or the parent is not working.
No, I'm not. We don't have to argue reasons why there's gaps for the parents. You know what I'm saying? Not the whole blame is going to be put on them, but if there's one thing we can take from this, or there's one thing we can say from this is as parents, learn more about your kids to know when they're struggling. Know more about your kids to see anything of any sign whatsoever that there was something on there.
Mhm.
Because there's a lot of these things that's on there. It's like, bro, did you not know some of your friends was like?
Yeah,
Did you not know this person was? Did you not know? Did you not know? Did you get to know them?
yeah,
Besides being depressed, besides depression and hiding depression, that is because this happened to me where people were like, bro, him really? Like sad? For real? Like, no way. There's no
but
so that's different. But to say you have a plan or this is your feelings and you feel so vehemently that you want to do harm to someone, and I don't know that about you, bro. Come on.
yeah,
All of
and,
my friends, I can say personally, know them. So I will know their triggers. If we're together and I know you and I see your face turn from like, hi, what the fuck is going on? I
and
know that's a trigger to go, hey buddy, are you all right? Like, do you
yeah.
want to talk or you want to go action? Like we can figure it out. It should be easier with your kid. It should be on there. It's you know.
But what's crazy though, because I mean, what I think, or well, what I used to think of, when you want to hurt somebody and you want to delete somebody, it's usually spontaneous. It usually like and not planned out unless you really got beef with a person and you like.
Maybe,
But
but you gotta have the thought that you can do it. That's the difference. I don't think people just have besides like a traumatic situation happening, like, and you be like, this is now I gotta turn on, like, your house is getting robbed and unfortunately you had to delete the robber. Like, I'm not gonna blame you for going ahead and doing that. Like, no, you it's a split second reaction and your brain is going fight or flight, bro. It's either me or him, and so there's no outs. I get that, but something like this, like I said, if there's a relationship or it's drama, if the relationship is volatile from there, you know that there had to have been something beforehand. It's not you're gonna sit there and tell me she said no, a random girl said no, and you went, that's the girl. I'm coming back tomorrow and I'm there.
No, but that's
this
kind of
is
scary. Like, you had to go get the gun. You understand? Like you had to go. He had to go get the gun. Like you thought
and
about this.
your situation, what you were saying would be like the like he just woke up and said, you know what? I'm just gonna pack this here. And I'm just gonna go to school. Oh, she said no. How? I'm just gonna go. No. This is either past trauma. This is somebody that was chasing, somebody they knew, best friend situation. There could have been anything within there. And then you went. My assumption, and I'm sorry if I'm wrong for anyone who's listening that might be a little offended. My assumption would be, because I've seen it before, men act dumb as hell once they go ahead and get rejected. It was a try hard error from there. And he was like, you know what, I'm going to give this one more shot, which means he had a premeditated thought and went from there. Or it happened the day before and he said, yo, you know what, I'm going to go handle it today. Since I can't do it now and she traumatized me now, I'm going to wait till tomorrow. And I came, took the bus all the way to school, waited it all the way, got to the cafeteria, found exactly where you was at, handled my business.
Yeah.
It's terrible.
Yeah.
It
definitely is. Definitely.
Please, if that's another thing we got to get out there, fellas, bro, it's just not worth it. It's not worth it. You know what's crazy to me, bro? You know what's crazy to me? I've never had a one-on-one confrontation, a one-on-one fight because of a female. I've never had that. I've had problems because of a female. I've had to avoid situations where I'm going, you know what, bro? This ain't it. You like this? You like all of this drama shit, bro? You could keep the drama. I go ahead and walk off. I'm not gonna do that. I'm not the ugliest man on the planet. I've learned that a long time ago. I learned that a long time ago. I'm not, so you deal with it. You learn to deal with it. You gave a couple solutions on there. You should have friends. You should have family. You should have things like that where you should be able to outpour yourself and be able to talk to them if they want to go on with this helping from a family situation. It should be easy enough to go ahead and go through that. But my argument, regardless, so not place blame anywhere. Well, technically, you're still placing blame. But to narrow it down would be like the access to weapons. Like, yo, bro, you've had plenty of women from now to when you were like, let's say, horny age, maybe like 10. And you were like, ooh, that girl's pretty. I like that girl. That girl's pretty. I would say the same thing, right? I know from then till now, girls have gotten you ridiculously upset. Where you're just like, what the fuck is life? But never one time did you go, I need to handle it this way, in my opinion.
Nope.
And we've also, if I like to say so, throughout all the time we struggled, how was your access towards a weapon compared to somebody like this who lives in Tennessee? I feel like you got to call somebody that's going to have to call somebody that's going to have to help you out. Yep. At least that's how it was when I was growing up on there. It wasn't nobody. I had to call somebody who knew somebody who had to know somebody around the corner who came to come see you to go ahead and go through that.
Then you gotta be. But why they're gonna ask you why you want that? You know what I mean? Why you need that? You don't. You come on, bro. You know what I mean?
But if now we in the woods, I don't want to say this in the woods in Tennessee, but we further down south or we further out west or whatever we gonna go, and this access, and your pops hunts with my pops every Sunday.
Yep.
Your pops chill with my pops all the time. You know, they hunt, they fish, they do all this shit. So what's our access to shit?
Yep. Easy access.
Way simpler from there than going, yo, you know what, bro? You know what? I'm gonna go ahead and go do it. This girl thinks I'm not there. I'm gonna go ahead and go from there. So I feel bad, man. I feel bad. We need to start teaching our young kings how to deal with situations better.
Yep. And that ain't got no color to it. You know what I mean?
No,
We gotta
no.
teach our sons and daughters a lot better than what we doing. You know what I mean? Definitely do.
Mhm.
Yeah, bro. So condolences to the young lady that lost her life.
Absolutely.
And her family. Hopefully
And the
you
kid
get
who got hurt, one kid got. I don't want to laugh. It's
yeah,
not funny. One kid got shot and he got hurt. He got grazed. They thought it was a
yeah.
girl at first, but it was a boy later on.
Oh,
And then somebody fell and busted their face, so they
oh yeah.
got help over that. Yeah, I ain't want to laugh about it, but I heard about it. I was like, "Why is this injured? Why are you putting this a part of the injury list to make it seem like it's way worse? Like, it's not,
Yeah,
bro. Like, it.
but it definitely wasn't, and luckily, because I didn't like the footage that I put out there. You know what I mean? I didn't see nobody with that put that up there as of yet. You know what I mean? And
Yeah.
that's from the Citizen app. You know what I mean?
Well, you
And
know they suppress stuff like that. You can't. Uh, because it's fresh, because it also involves people that are young, they don't want to go ahead and put any information out there, investigatory wise, and get people in trouble way worse than what it is. You want to make sure you get all that info, know what happens. Cops want to stay on top of it, so they make sure it's not all over the internet, or at least they try to make sure it's not on social media.
yeah, that's fact. But that's why I grabbed I
That's
grabbed
better.
the ball
Yeah.
as soon as it came up there. I was like, oh, should let me see this? Let me check it. Oh, let me record this
Feel
real quick.
bad now, man. You see
Take
all of this for a quick fix, and now you traumatized fucking what, like 1,000 kids that was probably inside of your high school.
yeah, and that's
1,100, 1,200 kids.
because at the end of the day, like and not to say that it makes it any better that he had an intended target, or it was just one intended target, but like you said, it could have been a lot worse. You know what I mean? Like this could have been a school shooting, and I mean it could have been hundreds of bodies or tens of 20s of bodies down there. You know what I mean? So luckily that it wasn't, and and as the footage that I showed, like I said, thank you to the Citizen app. I do think that it was clean, and he shot who he wanted, and then he turned the gun on himself, and it was like, oh, and it looked like it was like a oh shit moment. Like he looked at it like, pop, then pop. I didn't know I had two shots on it when I seen the video. To be honest with you, I thought it was only one shot that I had. So to hear the two shots, and then to read that the second person that got shot got grazed, I just think that he got shot by the bullet that either
That's probably what it was, man. That's what it's like. If you want to put a whole story on it, it could be person, whoever was right next to them trying to defend or defuse the situation. That person got hit right then because they were right next to them. That's on there. Could have been somebody that was running away. Unfortunately, it went from there.
Yeah. So
Either or,
condolences.
we need to fix this. We need to fix this, man. I don't care what it is. As a kid who had to go ahead and deal with searches and police searches and random fucking wand downs in school, bro. I don't care, because you know why? I don't never go ahead and bring nothing to school anyways. Because what did you say when you started this all off? What was your dialogue in the beginning? School is supposed to be what? A sanctuary.
Yep.
It's supposed to be what? A sanctuary. And what do you do at a sanctuary? You're supposed to go ahead and learn, pray, or be safe. That's what it is to go ahead and go be there. It makes no sense. You're not supposed to be in danger, bro. It's terrible that, especially like you also said in the beginning of all of this, how people associate America with this shit because not a lot of places have the same struggle.
Yeah, bro. So condolences to the family. I wish America and the states of America could fix the problems that we have with, having guns entering our schools. I think we are doing a better job in, deterring these type of acts, but I just hopefully we could do a better job to it. Is none. Um, it's January 22nd, I believe it is. Yeah, January 22nd, and we have the first school shooting. That's hopefully that's not a thing to be going on for the whole year. I'll move on to the next topic, which is Donald Trump. Like I said, just the other day he got inaugurated. We had all the presidents, ex-presidents, basically there. We had it was a nice little venue that he had going on. Um, this is the first presidential inauguration that I actually watched from beginning to end, bro. Like, and I don't know if I watched it for entertainment purposes only, or I watched it to be a real American citizen. You know what I mean? But I watched it and I actually liked it. You know what I mean? To be honest, I thought it was actually a pretty good speech from the president. He had some strong points to it. He had some points that rose eyebrows. He had points to it that made you chuckle and giggle, like wow, you know what I mean? But he made it a speech. He made it a dart throwing contest. Like he was in a billiard throwing darts and he was trying to win, and he did that to Biden all night long with the speeches that he had and the Democratic parties. And I just think that he just trying to put a grip on America and put a stamp, make America stamp, shine again, per se. You know what I mean? Did you watch the speech? Did you take anything from the speech or no? Okay. Yeah, but this is the first. This is actually the
Bro,
first.
I'm not. Listen, if I have to be bipartisan in this, and I have to accept it for what it is, right? I'm not gonna go ahead and accept it all willy nilly. I'm not gonna be bending the knee to trying to figure out what's gonna come out of his fat fucking mouth next. Excuse my French. I'm not trying to go ahead and look at that turkey neck jog along or that hairpiece move along in the. I'm not trying to see white people all get all amped up about go ahead and go see. I don't want him seeing making fun of no more reporters. I'm good. What I am gonna accept is whatever he's gonna do to try to stimulate our economy and get us back on track to where we need to go. As long as we get on track and we move forward for where we need to go, I'm all on board and I'm all happy. But my problem is that, some of the things he's already done, some of the shit he's already signed off on is like a little scary, bro.
Yeah, it definitely is scary what he signed off on. A lot of things, you know what I mean? And not only scary for immigrants, because that's what I think is mostly scary for, but it's scary for Americans as well. And I say that because if you declare certain things and certain things illegal or certain things as terrorist organizations, you set targets for American people that go visit these areas. You know what I mean? You set them up to be, pawns now, because now they being looked at as a different species of people. You know what I mean? So I mean, it just you got to be careful because yes, you're trying to make the economy strong. Yes, you're trying to show America is great again, but There's certain things and certain movements that you just can't do because you're
Look,
not really in the streets.
I had a talk. I had a talk with my with actually my boss today. We had a nice long chat. My boss is an immigrant. Legally. He came here legally and he got everything set up, everything. He built a life for himself. So hearing him talk when it comes to like immigration stuff, or hearing him talk when it comes to how the president feels and how he feels about certain shit, I the accent's a little rough, but I shut the fuck up and I listen.
Hmm.
And I go, you know what? Your perspective matters, dogs. Your perspective matters as fuck. And he was, when I tell you, all on board for this Trump train. Like he was on it. And now that
Right.
it's happening, and now that everything's starting to happen, he's starting to go that way. He's like, his tune is kind of changing and it's kind of shifting over to, going over there. And I asked him truthfully and I asked him honestly, I said, yo, how do you feel about this whole immigration stuff? How do you feel about like what he's trying to implement, And he was cool ish because he understands like the border is wide open. Like people are coming over here left and right. And we both agree like being able to come all the way to New York from wherever the fuck you are to come get a debit card and a free phone and a hotel room is insane.
Fact.
It's
Fact.
like that to me, and I say this with all my heart, and I say this with all love intended. I have friends. I have a bunch of first and second generation immigrants that are here. I have a bunch of friends who are also here illegally.
Mhm.
I know them personally. And to hear that, like those things and those rules and all those things, like DACA, when it first started, when they took that away, it was like it folded. It folded a lot of people, and a lot of people was over there. And it's to change what it means to actually to change the statements or the words or the understanding in an amendment is kind of crazy to me. You want to show what a naturally born citizen is actually here? I don't. That's crazy. And I had to ask him. I was like, that technically falls under your sons, who I'm cool with. Like I know them, and they homies, and it's like, what if they go, yo, you know what? That falls under the category of being here before you got your papers. How old is your son? Let's do the calculations and see when he was born here. And if
Yep.
when she was pregnant to go ahead and go, no, 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 no. One of them was pregnant. She was pregnant before. They gotta get ahead and get deported. They gotta go back to their country. They gotta go
Mhm.
ahead and go.
It's
You know?
crazy.
And he felt like it was like that's what I'm there, because he said the same thing. I also know a bunch of people from my country that are still, struggling through that and having paperwork problems per se. And he's like, I fear for them too now. And that's a little thing, but I can't quote neither being happy or sad about certain things besides the changing of the wording, because it also comes with strengthening the border. And I'm not cool with that at all neither. Like I didn't notice the type of traffic some of it was getting until I was back in my old neighborhood. When I was back in my old neighborhood, because there's a cut that goes down to Randall's Island or Ward's Island, you could take the bridge that walks over from over there. You see the movement that's there, and it's not healthy, dogs. Bunch of ne'er do wells that are coming over here that don't live around here. They're not from here, walking back and forth, traveling, going through all of that shit from there.
Yeah. Yeah.
Mm.
And I think that was a turning point for him being elected because a lot of people seen that inside their states. You know what I mean? Same thing that you saw, people seen that. You know what I mean? And it was like a flood. In certain areas, people was there just, make a living. But you had certain that was over flooded, overcrowded to where they had to hustle for a living. You know what I mean? Or
And we
they,
have a bunch of problems that came up too. Remember that little building bullshit that was going on from over there in like what, Colorado or some shit, where they took over, or they per se took over an apartment with all them weapons and shit like that. Like Yeah, nigga, that falls under that whole wide open border. They coming over here and planning up on this.
That's facts. That's facts. That's facts. So I, it just crazy because just like how you know people that falls under that category, I know people that falls under that category as well that I'm best friends with. You know what I mean? So to know, I mean, I never, and they wanted just like you said, they was hard for Trump, and I didn't question them about how they feel about Trump now, but I don't see no one still saying
That's also
Trump.
what I'm not doing either. I'm also not riding a lot of my friends' polls on being a Trump fan. Like, I'm not like trying to make them feel bad about it or try to go ahead and make it seem like it's a problem. Like, I just want them to understand, like, when something starts to shift and it starts going to the worst, don't act like you didn't want this in the beginning or you wasn't like ready to go ahead and go fight, because now you got to fight. Now you got 4 years to go ahead and go fight, bro. You got
Mhm,
4 years now to go ahead and struggle through this.
mhm.
There's nothing else we could do about it. A
Yeah.
lot of the tariffs and a lot of the things he's imposing, a lot of things he wants to sign off on is kind of insane to me. They broke down, I read how they broke down some of it and what are the repercussions from it. And it's like, if we struggled what was it, before, after COVID, or during COVID, a little after COVID, when eggs and fucking milk went up to like $9 a gallon and like $8 a dozen of eggs. What do you think's about to happen again?
Mhm.
You think your electronics not about to go up? You think your car parts aren't about to go up? You don't think the stuff we importing, gas and all this other stuff, is about to go ahead and go up? Bruh, I'm with you, but that's gonna go ahead and we're gonna see and struggle through before the good thing starts to run ahead and roll out.
Yeah, because that's how it usually go. Yeah. So there's a few things that Trump did and declared and signed off. Gonna go over a few things and get your opinion on it and see your reaction. Um, and I'm gonna also say that what the news is reporting as far as, is it going to be a goal, or is it going to be challenging in courts? You know what I mean? Um, Declaring drug cartels as foreign terrorist organizations. What's your thoughts on that?
Facts.
Yeah.
I think that is I think that is necessary, but you need to throw in pharmaceutical organizations under that as well. I think pharmaceuticals, any pharmaceutical company that's involved at all whatsoever with trafficking any type of money into another state should be held under the RICO statute if they're convicted and being a part of another cartel organization. I think it's imperative that we find out where a lot of these pills and a lot of these things and a lot of these foreign substances, how all this shit always comes back and forth. There's no reason why big companies shouldn't be getting in trouble by now. There's no reason why you always got to find out there's another company that's involved some way, somehow. You're not telling me you can't trace money back to find out that oh, it was a donation from. No, no. If you're involved in that, that's money racketeering. That's under the RICO statute. You fall under that same terrorist organization. Stop shuffling your money over there. I don't know what the fuck we're gonna do with that though. What is that? What is that? Does that mean that we're gonna Operation Liberate Mexico? Because I don't. I ain't. We ain't going to war with them. Like they blow shit up, bro. Like they they, they don't just come and shoot up the house and nah, nigga, they blow shit up. Like they blow a lot of shit up. I'm not, bro. They take over towns. Are you retarded? Like I don't. There's not. No. But if we can get the protection, the same protection that we give overseas to go ahead and watch the border and go ahead and go, yo, you know what? There's a lot of towns that's real close to Texas or there's real close to here that we need to keep an eye on because they're taking over and it's not a good look. And hazard to U.S. safety. I'm with that, but we're not about to do no like Operation Mexico shit. Like, don't do that. Don't be in there and be like, oh, what's the next cartel we about to take down? No, that's not your business. Shut the fuck. You know, you go over there, you tell them, look, you're a terrorist organization. You're breaking into too close into our territory for this to feel safe. Push your shit the fuck back. Go the fuck back over there. Go on that side. We're gonna go do that. If we're gonna take over little spots to go do that, like we annex in some places, all right, I get it. Maybe on there, but don't tell me now they're about to be on the terrorist watch list, that they about to be FBI's most wanted, top 10 to go ahead and go. No. You're already fighting a war on drugs. Let's focus on whatever we have left on there. Let's shift over our drug policies we have left, and we go from there, buddy. There's still some category shit we need to change. There's still shit. Psilocybin mushrooms should already be, everything should be changing. Everything. A lot of weed laws should be changing already, bro. Stuff to go ahead, DMT, all this other stuff, all this magical stuff we could go ahead and be using for go ahead and therapy and helping people out with the mental fucking health issues we have going on with certain people. Instead of doping them up and bringing it full circle with pills and then giving them niggas money to go ahead and go to the cartel. So we have to have a terrorist organization. You see how this shit all works together? I'm 100% with
it. Hold on. We have a guest to the show. Say hello. Say hi. Say hi to the people. Say hello. Thank you.
Like, man, I could just see you. That's it.
Yeah. So I mean, well, we going on to the hour right now, but yeah, bro, like that's gonna be crazy. But I think it's gonna make buffer zones for the Mexico border, like how is going on.
Yeah, that's what I want. That's all I see is using it to go ahead and be like, let's push let's go beyond the border. Let's protect a little further on over there. Let's protect a few cities that are in there, like good to like Tijuana, where is like the cutoff point or something, and be like, all right, we'll work our way back from there and protect that. But I'm not going into a whole war with the cartel, bro. I don't look at there's faces like that. The reason why I don't go ahead and want to beef with them, no, they take people too. I don't know. They make people disappear. No, hang you off of highway signs with your tongue hanging out your neck. No, I'm good. No.
Then sending your fingertips and fingers to your family members. We good with that, bro.
No.
But yeah, bro, he just made a lot of orders. We ain't gonna go through all of it because we ain't got 3 minutes left. But he went through he signed a lot of orders, executive orders.
My main one, now that you told me that'll be number 3. My main things is the tariffs he's trying to sign and trying to say, I don't know if he signed that off. He's trying to make that legal over there. And the weird ruling on birthright citizenship.
Yeah.
Like the understanding is if you're born here, you have the rights of an American. Like it doesn't make any sense. Oh.
Yeah, my bad.
What's good, Uncle Jacky? How you, bro?
Apparently sleepy as fuck.
So good.
Probably my friend.
It's all good. Yeah, Tio Jay. So you up now, bro?
I'm awake.
Right. So you gonna continue the show?
Snowed in.
Oh yeah, that's what's your engines looking like over there? Pause.
Whoa. There's none. They shut this shit down for no reason.
Okay. Nah, because icy on the road.
Yeah, they don't be prepared.
It's icy on the road.
Yeah, because they too scared. They too stupid to put ice down.
So yeah,
salt.
You ain't got no salt or sand there, bro. You ain't got nothing. I seen.
I mean, homeowners put salt out in front of
I seen the street glistening at like 5 p.m. Like what's going on over there?
$1 a fucking bag.
Yo, DOJ,
so they're unprepared, but they feel it.
Uncle Jackie, we're gonna stay on the show, but I know DOJ be having his time, and I mean we appreciate his time that we have. Let him. Any final thoughts for you, DOJ, or anything? Well, what you think on anything that we our topic of today?
Nah, we good, man. I think we covered most of the stuff from on there. Like it's like I said, man. It's whoever's. Let's not forget who's riding this wave, because there's gonna be a lot of bullshit we're gonna have to deal with before all the good shit start going on. So let's see what I guess the next year and a half holds on before we get back on here and be like, this is terrible.
Right. We're gonna see how this play out. Once again, appreciate you coming out, DOJ. Always appreciate your time. Yeah.
Already know.
Next week is another show.
Hell yeah.
All right, brother. Peace and love, brother. Salute.
All right,
All right, so hold it down, Jay.
What up, Uncle Jack? How you doing, bro?
Shit. I'm here, bro.
We all good. We all good. Yeah, we were just going over the Trump situation and his some of his executive orders that he signed off. We were just talking about declaring drug cartels as foreign terrorist organizations. And DOJ definitely had a strong point, a strong thought on how he felt about it. I just think that they just want to try to give America a buffer zone in Mexico. Bless you, baby. To where they say that they feel safe from the operation of these terrorist organizations, aka drug cartels.
See, drug cartels are kind of like just don't really prey on the masses. They just trying to get money a different way. But yeah, they're just terroristic kind of.
Yeah.
Could you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. I don't think there's nothing wrong with what he did and what he signed into effect. I just think that, it's going to affect a lot of Americans that do go travel abroad, especially to Colombia, to Mexico, to where he is, trying to get these people labeled. I mean, he putting a target on their head for some money, ransom, or just for some coins to be,
Yeah.
used against X, Y, and Z.
Because that still leads back to people still illegally getting over here, and they part of that stuff, and stuff is happening.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, of course, all Latino, Hispanic people are not immigrants, or they're not hopping, they're not doing all this shit. But the ones who are now, they come in heavy. I mean, they getting deported and then coming back, and then doing more heinous shit than they did when they got caught the first time. Example: the person that did that to the woman on the train while she was asleep.
Right.
Well, I mean, it's definitely he has a point. I get what he's trying to do. He's trying to be a dad to the country.
Yeah, I mean, trying to tighten up the ship. You know what I mean? Ain't nothing wrong with that. You know what I mean? And he's not saying that he's pulling in all immigrants. I mean, he's saying people that has records. You know what I mean? But the record could be a minor arrest for disorderly conduct. You know what I mean? As long as you got you're on file. You know what I mean? You are going to be looked at for getting deported. But that, is something that's going to be challenged inside the Supreme Court, and that's going to be years of, back and forth. But to initiate, how, immigrants could be scared of, their situation around them, it do bring, a different fear amongst that type of, that type of people.
See, he has to also know that the American mind is kind of weak. You can tell people shit and have them fearing for their lives, for everything. But I mean, it's not like nothing. It's not like his intent is not pure. It's like he doesn't have an intent on hurting people, or he didn't say, "Hey, I want to a complete deportation, of people who were actually, did the right way. He's talking about people that went around the system. I mean, sometimes that's a good thing, but a lot of time, in this case, that's not. And like I said, I'm gonna reiterate what I said before. These folks are doing things, committing offenses, getting thrown out the country, sneaking back around the corner another way, and then do even more heinous acts of crime or heinous acts itself. Period.
Mm-hmm.
And that shit is to set someone on, to cook somebody while they're asleep. It's just a whole bunch of shit. And then we got our own shit. We got our own people who were born and raised here with issues of their own, and we still can't help them because we got to tackle other shit from people who didn't belong in the first place.
Right.
Because I know if we go anywhere else and we ain't got correct documentation, we might not come back home.
May get lost in that
might
system.
Be Brian Griner.
Yep, get lost in that system. You know what I mean? Especially if you ain't following their rules or you don't know their rules, you know what I mean?
Yeah, and ignorance, they don't even let you claim ignorance.
Nope.
No, you are subject to our rules and laws whether you know them or not. And it's a fact. You're going to get prosecuted to the limit of the law, then thrown out.
Like in America, you come here and do something like that, the judge may be like, okay, you know what? It's your first offense. We're going to toss that out. You know what I mean? Stay out of trouble. Out there,
Right.
No. Luckily, they don't chop your hands off. You know what I mean? Like,
exactly.
Man, listen, be careful where you go. Know the rules and the laws, so that way you could be able to move and adjust to it accordingly. I'm going to move on. The second thing that he, one other thing that he did was pulling up the Paris Climate Accord, which is basically asking the U.S. ambassador to the UN to immediately submit a formal withdrawal from the Paris Climate Agreement. What is the Paris Climate Agreement, you may ask? It's just a group of countries that came together and try to fight off emissions. As the U.S. is responsible for around 11% of the global greenhouse gas emissions. Second to China. So we're the biggest polluters in the world. Second to China.
Believable.
Yeah, well, I don't see why not. The withdrawal is also in line with Trump's goal to boost domestic oil and gas production through the U.S. is already the number one producer of both in the world. It's one of several Trump reversal of environment protection that were enacted by the Biden administration. He also did that when he first came into office in 2017. So this is not a new thing that he don't believe in the climate being affected by the things that we do, and that's something that could be easily for us to withdraw because that's just an agreement that we agree. So now we don't agree. Any thoughts on that right there?
Man, the foreign shit, I really don't. I'm gonna keep it 100. Foreign shit, I mean, I listen, but I don't really listen because it's foreign. Like that has absolutely really nothing to do with us. Whatever dealings he's doing with other countries and whatever deals, I mean, I really never have no. I have no thoughts when they do the international shit. It's like you work with your allies, work with your allies. You want to turn other people to allies, that's fine. As far as what you're doing, I mean, shit. And in our minds, we're not even we probably can't even fathom half of the shit that they doing or that they even talking about. We don't know what they shaking hands on, really. We have no idea when it comes to foreign diplomacy or whatever you want to call it. We don't really have no idea. They just tell us what they want us to hear.
That's true.
It's like us basically.
I mean, but that's true to the public. But if you really go and do your homework like how you're supposed to, if you interested in these things, then you have better knowledge and you be able to have access to it because these things is open to the public. You know what I mean? Or the record open to the public. That the record that was recorded. During the times of these meetings. So, we may not go into details of it because we don't know, what I mean? Because that's not part of our, you know, everyday life type of thing. Like, we don't get paid for that shit right there, you know what I mean? In my opinion. But, yeah, I'm just putting that
I
out
mean,
there
you
like
don't want
that.
to think and then have your followers thinking that we're stupid if they look this stuff up too. That's why I be saying I don't want to tread too much into like foreign affairs too much because there's some people who do this politics for real.
Yeah,
And
and
yeah,
that's why
I
I
don't
said,
want it to look crazy. I mean, we
because,
do it, but we don't do it for real.
yeah,
We know a little bit about a little bit, but we don't delve inside. Like we don't know about trade embargoes. We don't know about any of this shit unless you sit up there and you actually still pretending that you're going to school and you're looking these things up, or you're staying really current and your TV doesn't leave C-SPAN, CNN, and shit like that.
mm-hmm.
We're not sitting there watching C-SPAN all day, bro. We're not going to give
Yep.
C-SPAN 3, 4 hours, 5 hours a day. We're just not, unless we
That's why
have to.
But that's why I just said if a person interested, you could do your homework on it, because that way you'd be able to find out what's really inside these meetings and record it inside these things. I just don't do it because it don't interest me or it don't pertain to me in my everyday world, which it do in a sense because it's the air quality. But I have no control of that right now. You know what I mean? I got control of making a paycheck so I can pay the bills. You know what I mean? If
That's it,
anybody wants
man.
to, you're welcome to donate. You know what I mean? But I'm just telling you that my side of my life and everyday struggle of Doc 0528. Um,
Yeah.
our show on DOJ and myself also we discussed the ending birthright citizenships. Any thoughts on
The
that?
what
Right,
crisis?
the ending birthright citizenship, which is
Oh, okay.
any immigrants that children born in the U.S. The order aims to end birthright citizenship for children born in the U.S. to immigrant parents who are in the country illegally, as well as those born to parents who are in the country on a temporary basis. So anybody that's born and they not American citizen, you're not American. That's what he's signed the executive order.
I think that's bull right there on Don Juan. Don Juan, that's not cool, man. You born here, that's the biggest loophole to have, is to be born here. That's the biggest loophole.
Yeah.
So it's like, man, I don't know what to say, but I don't think that one is cool. Because if I beat the system, it's like, hey, my child stays, I'll go back. But then now, if you're these foreign people, is it really that bad to where you want to leave your child in ACS like conditions? Do you want to
But
leave your child here to have a better life
a
with
lot of people
no
are.
one, who will you
A lot
have
of
for him? Who will he have? But I mean, if that's your point, is to get over and hopefully try to get your child a better life outside of a third world country, you might. But it's gonna be a lot of shit that man, it's gonna be a lot of shit that he gonna go through. I mean, this one is tricky, but I don't agree with it though. You made it across you passed the finish line. Hey, he here. It's not like he can bring his parents back anyway. He just being a citizen himself. Or if they're gonna do that, then he should be allowed to come back because his birth certificate would be a United States of America birth certificate, so he should be allowed to come back.
I just kind
Or
of
she,
think that
excuse me.
I kind of think that's not going to hold up in the Supreme Court, because the act was already signed prior to him being president, this year. And I just think that if his executive order do stand, it would stand from anybody that 2025 and on, you know what I mean? Not no one prior to 2025 because,
Right.
like I said, everybody had the opportunity and it was written into law and the policies be prior to him being elected. So if he's trying to go back and erase that, then I don't think he's going to be able to deliver that, or that's not going to hold up in the Supreme Court. But anything after 2025, people have to, find another loophole now. There's going to have to be another loophole to come through with.
I'm sure there's plenty of them. But I mean, at the same time, it's like, man, that's a tough situation, though. I'm born here, but my mom and dad got to go back. That's
Imagine your mom. Well, you thinking about someone that's younger. Just imagine your moms and pops is 80 years old. You know what I mean? And maybe they want to go back. You know what I mean? Maybe they're like, okay, I go back to my country because America, New York City, too cold for me. You know what I mean? But
yeah,
it could work out one way or another. Depending on the age of the parent and depending on the situation on hand. I think. But it's just crazy, bro. It's just crazy that you came here with an insight and a thought pattern that I'm going to live the American dream because the opportunity is there, but the opportunity is shrinking. It's no longer there.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Trump is trying to put a little, how you call it? A little protective covering on America if he can. That's what it seems like. Like, now we got to get our shit intact over here.
Yeah.
And I get what he's saying. It's going to take more than 4 years. So, I mean, hopefully while he's making these efforts to get rid of foreign or, potential harmful people who weren't born here, immigrants or whatever, his stance on that shit has been serious since his first 4? So, yeah, hopefully he can start working on us too. Don't just work on illegal aliens or still got to work on your own folks from the inside of the protective zone or whatever you want to call it. And hopefully he doesn't bring the idiots back out by trying to just focus on the illegal aliens and stuff like that. Have your effort there, but you still need to help people inside the United States. Because every day I'm looking at TV and I see New York is on some other shit and it's always on the train. So we got our own shit that needs addressing. And I know he means well, but 4 years ain't enough. He need to just worry about us getting us our money or making sure we get our money and keep it.
Moving on to another executive order that he put into place. He also pardoned all January 6 people, which was 1,500 people that was at the Capitol or were involved who were involved in the January 6, 2021 riot at the U.S. Capitol.
You got the Viking man?
Yep, a sweeping grant and clemency that fulfilled the campaign trail promise and upended years of the Justice Department efforts. So the Justice Department can no longer go after these people. All 1,500 people who have gotten a pardon, and they are good for the rest of their life.
I kind of think that's bullshit. That's fostering an environment. I mean, it was because of him to an extent. It's not his fault that they stormed, but it was because of him. Meaning like they did it in his honor or whatever the hell. You get what I mean? They started acting crazy his last term.
Mm-hmm.
They meaning people that his followers, they went acting crazy. They stormed the White House. This is a bullshit one too, but if I got the power to, exonerate somebody who did some shit for me or in my honor, I get what he did right here. I get what he did, but imagine if you had to sit stuck in jail the whole time. Because I know those 1,500 people weren't all in jail. Which they should have been. then you'd have had to just wait that Biden term to get your ass out. But that was just foolishness, and I'm surprised it didn't lead to bigger, bolder moves.
I mean, it eventually is. I believe. Um, definitely, definitely do. I do see, other things coming forth from this right here. Um, moving on. In the federal workplace, Trump plan also involved in ending radical and wasteful diversity training programs as well as environmental justice programs, equality related grant, and equality incentives. So he's no longer hiring on the basis of there's 10 people in his office and the office has to fulfill 5 men and 5 ladies. You know what I mean? He's going to fulfill it. The office now is supposed to be fulfilled with the people that's supposed to be qualified or who's supposed to have entry levels to this position right there on the merits of how the process is. Any thoughts on that right there?
Man, I always figured you put people on based on them being able to do a damn job. I mean, some of this stuff is just like, shouldn't you already have been doing that? I mean, isn't it the best way is to find the best person for the job, not necessarily your best friend all the time?
But no, it's not even on the credentials of being the best friends. It was on the credentials of I gotta hire 5 males and 5 females, or I gotta hire and be honest, I gotta hire a black guy. You know what I mean? I gotta have a black color guy inside the firm because it's diverse. So when we use that word diverse, it's usually moved towards that towards the racial side. So I mean, I'm not mad at it at all, as long as someone is hiring on the merits of being the best qualified for a position, or at the time was the person to be the best qualified for that position. You know what I mean?
Well, for him to be such a misogynist, it looks like he's trying to make fair ground for everybody.
I just think so too. I mean, he's not addressing because you're a woman, you have to get hired here. You know what I mean? And I just think that in a sense, maybe that was being a little biased to that. If I went in there into a company and it was 5 males already in a position, and you had to fill the position for 5 females, but you're not going to put females on the app. I mean, on the place where you advertise in this job, because that would be discriminating now. You know what I mean? So, but
Right.
when you doing an interview, you're not interviewing no male seriously for a position because all your male position is filled up. You know,
Yeah, so
so
that's going to be some bullshit too. A
so
little
so
bit
I,
of it. Because, yeah,
I
my
just
fault.
kind no, I just kind of think that works out for the better man for the job or the better woman for the job. You know what I mean? If you feel or if the person interviewing you feel that you better qualified, then you're gonna get hired.
Yeah, it should be may the best person win, man or woman. If you
Yeah, but
qualified, you're qualified. If you're not, you're not. All this, yeah, we got to reach a quota. Fuck the quota. Get the person that's better for the damn job. That's a part of hearing the people feelings. Instead of letting the person know, listen, you got a 90, they got a 99. They're better than you. I'm sorry. Now do better, and maybe next time we'll have a slot for you. No, I'm
but
entitled because I'm a woman or I'm a man. I'm entitled. I don't want to hear that shit. You lost, Rock. Every fight I got you, you lost.
mhm. And like I said, I'm not gonna deter from what it really, or a black person may feel entitled because they need black inside the company. No, If you qualify, hopefully they hire you due to your qualification and your interviewing process. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Right.
Uh,
It's too much crying, man. But he's trying to create fair play, but sometimes the fair play ain't gonna be fair, depending on what it is. No matter
mhm.
how you try to regulate it, it still won't be fair.
Yeah, because and to go on NFL Rodney Pete rule, you know what I mean, where every organization has to interview a black um person for their position that they have open, and as far as head coaching or coordinators, you understand?
Right.
So with aspect, if the owner is racist, I'm not saying that any NFL owner is racist, but if the owner is racist or don't want to hire, don't want to see a black, person in charge, running their organization, then no matter who you put forth in front of them, they're not going to be the best qualified to run an organization because they already have a block already towards that person. Thanks for
Exactly.
everybody tuning in. Thanks for everybody that's going to tune in a little later. We're here with Uncle Jacky. As you know, I'm Doc. My dad 718 Yellow Tape or Doc 0528. However, you may look it up on a YouTube search. I'm out there. But thanks for
We on
tuning in.
fire. We the ones in charge.
Facts. Moving on, he also direct agencies to address the cost of living crisis that's going on in America. Um, I definitely think that's one of the good moves that see what's going on with America to get down to the nitty gritty on ground level, see what's going on, see what's making America not fluctuate how they should. What's your thoughts?
Mm. I don't know, man. We need a lot of damn. We need a lot of fucking help. A
Do
lot.
we?
Like I'm trying to think, like to articulate it, but a lot of shit happening here. To see, that's the whole point of taking care of home first. It's a lot of I don't know, man. It's like it's no matter how the you could how you say you can give maximum effort and still get minimal progress because there's always going to be a group of people who sit there and cry unfair.
Mm-hmm. Which is true. Which is true. Because people take advantage of the loophole or take advantage of the privilege that they have at some point in time, or they feel they have some privilege which they may not have.
Yeah, I'm starting to think like a lot of people are allowing their kids to grow up, feelings first, privilege first. Like it's not automatic. Like it's something you're supposed to still work toward. Like your automatic is your citizenship. After that, nothing else is automatic anymore. Not even healthcare. So like to
Bro,
sit there and think that you're owed something is like, yo, where have you been? You just crawl
it,
from under a rock?
no, it just that how certain people, like you just said, how you raised, bro, and seeing it to see it without seeing it from the base, pause, and to see it from the bottom and being utilized in the world, like it's crazy because you got to put barriers up, you got to put boundaries up before anything, no matter if you feel a person is learning. You know what I mean? I'm going to talk about a baby. I'm talking about a toddler. You know what I mean? If that person is learning, yes, there's cause and effect in their learning curve, but you also have to put barriers up so that way they don't, they know not to do that. They know from the start, if I do that, then there's a problem. There's a reason why mommy or daddy is saying don't do that. So now that child happen to get hurt for doing that situation, then that person know when you say don't do it again, that child gonna know that, oh, I got hurt from doing that because I remember the situation. Like they will play a playback in their brain. But but if you allow a child to do something first and you don't set up no barriers, you don't say don't do it, and then that child gets hurt from it, and then you soothe her, you sell it, or you smooth that child, comfort that child, then a child gonna always feel that once I get hurt, I'm gonna get comfort, but still not gonna know
Somebody
that.
coming to the rescue.
Yes, so.
And that's what this nation is, though, bro. It's pampered and coddled. Like,
Mm-hmm,
we sat there, we got told, don't touch the stove. We got told one time.
mm-hmm.
One
No,
time.
but
I'm just making an example of the stove. I mean,
no, you
one
say you.
time. Don't touch it. Huh?
No, you're right though, bro. You're right. Like, and that's why I try to put forth, like you don't have to let a child, go through that situation. You say one thing, and then it can happen. But finish your story, bro. My bad for cutting you off, man.
No, you good. Because people know where I'm going. I mean, our parents tell us the stove is hot, and when if we touch it anyway, that's good for your ass. Exactly the way that I'm saying it now is how our parents would have. That's good for your ass because you don't want to listen. Now here, put this butter on your hand and take your dumb ass to bed now until I get you up for dinner. You get what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
These kids, did you sitting there with your hand full of butter, smelling like popcorn, and you know not to touch that stove no more. But if your mother's sitting there going hysterical, oh my God, it's the stove's fault, then you ain't gonna never see no wrong in what you do. And a lot of parents blame the stove for doing its job. That's just what it seems like. Like, no, not my, no, no. Yes, I know a stove gets hot, but it still didn't have to burn him. No, the stove didn't burn him. He burnt himself. He burnt himself. Sure, it was an accident, but it was his fault.
Yeah, but
There's no accountability here. Then that's another topic. But when it comes to accountability and single parents, you should understand why there is none.
it's crazy.
I mean, but it's for real. Like if you sitting here, I'm a woman I'm a single mother here, and I haven't taken accountability for my actions. Am I gonna teach my child to take accountability for his, or am I gonna always make up excuses like I do for myself? And there's more protection, and the protection is not even helpful. It's hurtful because you're keeping the kids away from real life. That's why I can't stand the participation trophies and don't run up the score. That's not my problem, man. That is not my problem. Whoever I'm playing is unprepared.
Yep.
Or if they want to have sing-alongs instead of practice, that's not my problem, man. And I shouldn't have to be nice for somebody's how you call it, mental well-being, when you should have been trained that this is it's a game, but it's a little more than a game, or whatever it is we're doing. It's a little more than that. That's why I don't do stuff for fun. It's not fun. I want to win. And we're not being trained to win. We're being trained for other shit. Yeah, go out there, no, go out there and do the best you can and come back with the victory. That's what it's all about. And that's why that's one of the reasons why I think this country is like weak. Oh, Mom, I got a 99th place trophy. All right, we're at 1 million people you're going against? Nah, it was 100. Oh, that's my boy. No, the hell you ain't, man. You ain't my boy. You want punishment. You are punished. We're the best here. I mean, well, it's 99, but I tried. No, trying is to fail. Do it. Do it.
Just do it.
I think that's the type of mindset we need again, man. We need to win. Now, maybe not by any means, you know what I mean? Because now you're throwing in shit that, might not be wholesome.
Yeah,
but at least
but I hear what you're saying, but it's like if you ain't good in basketball, then you shouldn't be playing basketball. You know?
Yeah, don't play it.
And you should be anticipating. You shouldn't be mad if you don't get a trophy at the end of the year because you know that you're not worth it. I mean, that you're not a good player unless your team is a good team, and then you get a championship with them. But I hear what you're saying because you ain't saying nothing wrong. But at the end of the day, like we got to get stronger. We got to get stronger because these other countries are, and
Yo,
all being other. Do people want us to be first in competition with other countries? Yes, we all do. I bet. Asking the American, they're gonna say the same thing. Yes, I want to be number one. I want us to be number one. You know what I mean? So if you want us to be number one, you can't be acting like number three.
right. And feelings, when you're trying to win, feelings of one don't really matter above the betterment of the team.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, stop jumping and shit to have fun, unless it's like, a fun activity time. Like, when it's competition, the fun goes out the window. And that's for anything, though. Competing in any kind of way, it goes out the window. Don't mean you got to be dirty, but you're not necessarily a friend of whoever you're competing with. You're not an enemy neither, but you're not really a friend. This is a competition, man. There's going to be winners. There's going to be losers. And, of course, I blame the parents. You setting up these children for failure, thinking, oh, yeah, you did. No, stop lying to them. Son, you suck. You are really bad. Or daughter, you suck. I'm going to pay more attention to you and help you get better. Stop handing them phones and shit. Send them outside. Go run a track or something. Go do something. It don't have to be sports-wise, but whatever it is, life is a whole big-ass competition. You can try to avoid it if you want to, but all that means is that you're going to finish last.
But parents know their kids don't, is not good at certain things. And like I said, as long as you keep it real with your child, then you and your child will have a better understanding of the situation on hand. But you can't expect your child to go into a basketball tournament and score 25 points and he's not practicing. He's not, going to the gym, or he's not going to, following what the coach was saying. And he think he's going to go there and get minutes, you know what I mean? And then you as a parent getting upset. Why are you not playing my child? Why my child is scoring 25 points a game? Like, what's
You're going to be mad if I'm a coach. You're going to be mad if you come to me talking about why it doesn't I'm going to tell you he's a bum. The child is a bum. You see him over here. He missed 17 layups in practice. He shoots 3-pointers from half court and still hasn't hit the rim yet. What do you want me to do? We got your boy. We got your boy, and then we got this little Michael Jordan over here. You think I'm gonna take little Michael Jordan out the game so that your son can stink it up? Why don't you work with him outside of here? Parents need to be more hands-on with their children, not just the pops. Because you see the pops, they throw a ball in a minute if they're in the house. So it's like if you're going to be complaining and shit, then you might as well let your son know or your child know, listen, being friendly ain't going to get you a W. Or being lazy, crying, doing this, doing that, you're not getting a W like that. You got to put in work for a W. Especially when you're dealing with boys. Because they ain't gonna have the sexy factor to get over. You gotta work hard. There is no, I'm just gonna coast. Nah, you coast when you won before. And then coasting after a victory is kind of dumb because you're not training, you're not doing what you gotta do properly. You're not keeping up with you're not keeping your skill level, your skills tight. And that's what's happening here. Everybody done been pampered and coddled to the point where, well, you just deserve this because you're my child. And I want you to have everything. Nothing is given to you in America, folks. It's not given to you anywhere. You better hope you get on a TikTok video with dude giving out sandwiches. That's about all that's being given out.
That's facts, bro. Ain't nothing wrong. So moving on, Trump also extended the deadline for TikTok to be diverse or ban.
Yeah, we got like 267 days left. 270 to start.
Okay. Well, see, I didn't say that.
Yeah, 9 months.
So that's cool. He giving TikTok a chance to do something or to work out something. He also renamed. He also won. Oh, go ahead. What you was about to say?
Do you know how long it was off for? Was it a couple of
Like
hours?
for like 2 hours or something like that. Maybe not even that long.
Yeah, man, these people going crazy. They should have kept the shit off for real.
Hmm. Hmm. He also renamed the Gulf of Mexico to the Gulf of
Golf
America.
America.
Yo, man, bro.
That was just
Like,
a strong arm move right there. There's nothing more, nothing less to that one.
yeah, that was just putting a stamp, shining up the American name. You know what I mean? Ain't nothing wrong with that. I live in America. I'm proud to be American. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I also want America to mean something to other people. You know what I mean? That's not American.
I'm sure in Mexico they still probably call it the same shit, Gulf of Mexico.
Yeah, they
Because I
probably.
mean, you can't really lay claim to water. Like, you get what I mean? Like, you can't really own it. So if America want to call it the Gulf of America, I'm assuming. This is me assuming. I don't know. Maybe it has to stick. I don't know. But if I'm in Mexico teaching, then I'm like, hey, this is the Gulf of Mexico or the Gulf of America, AKA. Like, you're gonna know what this used to be.
Bro, it's like the Jackie Robinson and the Interborough, bro. It just changed name, and depending on the times and the generation, they're gonna
Yep.
remember a certain name compared to another. That's all that is right there. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
yeah.
And what you're gonna do is fuck up history books. What you're gonna do is fuck up people's names. Like the Gulf of Mexico. Is that the same thing as the Gulf of America? You understand? You're gonna confuse a lot of people that's dummies.
Yeah. Yeah. Because people are too stupid to go further back. Or people just don't want to. Like, this is a lazy country, man. People might not want to go back to 2024 when it was still the Gulf of Mexico and understand what happened in 2030 and why it's no longer called that. People are lazy. This
Yeah,
country is lazy.
that's true. Yo,
People do not want to do the work. They don't.
bro,
They think they're supposed to be born on third base.
bro, you ain't never lie. Yo, I seen this at work the other day, and this is in the cafeteria. This is during lunch break, the lunchtime. The dude said, "Oh shit, I didn't know Dunkin' Donuts was next. Is there Dunkin' Donuts next to here?" He was like, "Right up the." He's like, "Where at?" He's like, "Right up the block." He was like, "Where?" Nigga, don't you got a smartphone that you look up everything else on there? You look up
Right.
how X, Y, and D, this, that, and the third. Yo, did you just put that up there?
Yeah, that's what I just said. Like, did that name come up? But okay.
Okay, cool. I just had fucking in my head just popped up like, yo, nigga, I knew
Oh,
I
I
didn't
know. I
type.
heard the silence.
I'm
I'm like,
like,
yeah, that fucked up too. Because when I saw it, it was like, huh?
facts, bro. But yeah, bro. Um, it just damn that just threw me off. What was I just talking about?
I got thrown off too.
That threw me the hell. Yeah. Dude said we're Dunkin' Donuts. That it's right up the block. And I'm like, yo, you got a smartphone, bro. You got an Apple 16 that you look up all types of other things. You look up when I can't even name any rap group or whatever do get into it or some beef is online. You looking it up, you know what I mean? So it's like
Yeah,
bugging
yeah.
me,
So,
yeah. Well, we just lack the
hey, man.
the
It's
energy
the
to do.
equivalent of people going on Facebook asking a question. Now, I get it if you want to start a conversation, but if you just really sit up there, hey, is there two O's in Google? How about you
Yeah,
Google it, bro?
yes. Instead of making yourself look dumb asking that stupid question.
Yeah, just fucking Google it. That's what
Like
Google is for. That's what this shit is for, man. That's why
people,
encyclopedias are no longer in existence. It's over for that shit. Everything is in the palm of your hand, and you're still too lazy to look that up. What the, mommy?
people just lazy. People just lazy.
I'm never gonna understand that. And then the way we grew up, and then to us, like I'm just thinking about the mental for us. I mean, it ain't gonna break us because we're a different breed. But are you sitting there like, yo, if I'd have did that, this would have happened. If I'd have did this, that would have happened. Kind of like watching your mother treat your child way better than they treated you, which they wasn't treating them better. You're the child. I have to teach you how to be strong. So now it's like everybody's the grandma to the child. Oh, leave him alone. Oh, this, oh, that. Get into my little cocoon. None of that bullshit. Then when he get on his own, he's Charles fucking Manson. Or he'd go the other way and not necessarily be the leader of lives, but just has a funky life of his own. Can't function. Talking about, oh, work is too hard. I have to be here 8 hours a day. I still live like people they don't think about tomorrow. If I sit here and pamper and coddle these people every day, then when it's time for them to be strong, they're not going to have the strength they need to take on whatever there is that they need to take on, whether it's mental or physical.
Right. It's true.
We have no testicular fortitude anymore. There's nothing. We have nothing. Think about what we used to watch on TV as kids and think about what's on TV now and how stupid it is. And once you get past like the little 3 years old, like your daughter's age, to where, it's just teaching them how to speak maybe, and they looking at the color scheme because they're still too young. But once it's like past that, it's like, yeah, what is there for my child to watch? Remember, we was looking for the black fathers on TV. It's just kind of the same thing. We're the heroes or the manly guys who sit there and tell, now I know, and knowing is half the battle. There is none of that. It was replaced by shit like SpongeBob and superheroes that were transgender or transdressing, whatever the hell it was. I don't know if you remember that. But they had the cartoon of the kid. He was a little boy and his ordinary self, high school, not high school, but a kid goes to school, this, that, and the third. But his superhero character, what he turns into, is a girl. His transformation is to a girl. I don't even know how that stayed on TV for a half hour. Then you got the cartoon. I don't know if you saw it on Netflix. I don't know if they still have it either. It's a cartoon. It's a drag cartoon. Yeah, it was like a Tu Wong Fu cartoon. Yeah, for me, it's like, why is that on Netflix? And then it was so real, bro. It was like, I want to watch an episode because this is a cartoon. I want to see because it doesn't matter if you sit there and say NC-17, 21 and over. It's a cartoon. A kid is gonna look, exactly. Especially if they're they're on their own. They're not supervised or whatever. They're in their own room. Hey, it's a cartoon. Let me put this on. Mm-hmm. So it's like we getting exposed to bullshit. It's like, man, this shit. It's too much going on, man. And then none of it makes sense because everything is catering to feelings. It's not catering to common sense. It's catering to feelings and egos. Mm-hmm. I don't see anything good coming out of it at all. Because now, like, when I think more about the sports shit, like kids that suck and you're giving them trophies and shit. Like I had, it was a little homie of mine. He ran with Zay. Shout out to Brandon. Bruh, he was the most unassuming football player you ever saw in life. He was skinny kid with glasses. Dude damn near put up 400 yards rushing in a game. And they had to slow him down. Basically, they told the coach, if he scores one more time, we're going to fine your team $500, which is him $500. So they based the mercy rule. So make a long story short, the mercy rule. I hate the mercy rule. Even when I was a kid in Little League and they had it, if they go up above 10, that's game over. I hate the mercy rule. Beat the hell out of us by 30 so we know next time, let's not play. Let's be for real.
Better prepare.
Yeah, come prepared. This is not my problem that your kids that you brought out here to play a football game with us are pansies and weak, or you want to do fair play. That's not my business. Yep. You want to be an idiot. You're not teaching these kids nothing with fair play. Unless for some reason you got a whole group of kids that everybody's amazing. Then that's the only way you can do fair play. But everybody's not going to be amazing because everybody has that parent of, yeah, I want my son to play football, but I don't want him to be tackled. You're going to have that. It's like the gluten-free people. Like, we don't want to hear from you. I put all of them, like with the vegetarians and the vegans, they all go on this, I don't give a shit about what you have to say pile. But that's for me. That they get first priority. Well, his vegan feelings are, man, eat a damn steak and your feelings might not be so damn soft and weak.
That's true. That's true. How you brought up and how you raised comes down to parental guidance and what they put forth in front of you and how they raise you, bro.
Exactly, bro. No, well, yeah. But to the point where I could be raised one way and say, hey, this ain't for you. But if you're gonna do this is how you got to do it. Like we different. I think we're the last, bro. I don't know about the '90s kids. Some of them is okay. Some of them is okay because we kind of was their big brothers and all of that. Some of them are okay, but we ain't lived with these folks, man. We wasn't with them every day. We don't even run in the same crowds. So it's like, man, we don't do the each one teach one no more. We don't leave like, yo, I'm gonna put you on to this. No, gatekeepers and crying.
That's facts.
In fact, that's what America is. Fat gatekeepers who cry. Lazy, don't want to get out of bed. After they get out of work, that's all the work I have to do for the day. No, it's not. Now, you might not have another job as in to get paid, but nah, it's still shit to do, man. It's still shit to do. Shit, I used to wake up in the middle of the day, cutting my own sleep off to throw a damn football with a bunch of kids that didn't live in my house. Because there's work to do outside of your 9 to 5. If you want to see change, you got to be the change. You got to make the change.
You definitely do.
Even if it's only one person.
Definitely do. You ain't never lie, bro.
Word. I mean, maybe you start a trend. Because I know when I started coming out and playing football, maybe another dude or two, if I wasn't out there, they would throw with him. Like, all it takes is one to start the ball rolling, man. But you got to have a bunch of people who are dedicated to the cause and who believe in what you believe in.
Yeah, be consistent too. You consistent. People know that you're gonna be out there every Wednesday at 6 o'clock. Then they gonna be out there Wednesday at 6 o'clock. So I mean, it is being consistent with shit, bro. You and being there. You know what I mean? 'Cause like you said, you start a trend. They see you out there. They coming out there, you know what I mean? They like football, you gonna have people that like football come out there. The next thing you know, you switch it over to baseball coming to springtime, then baseball is out there, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Keep the kids active, and keep them with a winning attitude. And I kind of like was their first coach. The only thing I used to smack the hell out of them. Like a coach. Like, yo, you want me to punch you in your face? Do it again. Do it again. And I mean, you ain't really trying to beat the hell out the children. I'm going to be for real. I mean, they're not your children. But I mean, you go upside the head, it's a child. He's not going to cry. He understands and you're not being, malicious. You know what I mean? They need order. This is how they learn. Trial and error.
You smack my kid in the back of the head without a helmet, they're going to be fighting after that.
But let me tell you something. Of all the kids I smacked in the head or I beat up, straight up, they never ever told their mothers. Why? Because they knew their ass was wrong. It's like mom might actually fuck you.
Mm-hmm. And a dude, they gonna go to their parents. They know they was wrong and it was needed. You know what I mean? They may not have liked it, and again, that goes to feelings being involved. That's when you understand. Because I feel bad because I got hit doesn't mean that that I have to realize that I shouldn't have done what I have done to get hit. And like again, it's not about getting hit either, but it's the cause and effect of things. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Like, why would you do that? Like, it was wrong. You did it anyway. You got punished for it.
Right.
Because that sets you up for later on. That's why you got a whole bunch of people. I didn't do anything, bro. You sat there, you did A, B, and C, and what do you mean? Like, you're going in, man. It's over. Like when I hear it was somebody in the Mac. I guess they was tough with their moms. Well, my fault. Let me fix that because nobody survives the Mac unless we let you. but it was the dude who was supposed to move to the Mac. I had never heard anybody on the phone crying so hard, talking about, I'm gonna be good. I'm gonna be good, Bob. I promise, just let me back on. See, you wasn't there for that one, bro. When you left, bro, the reputation that y'all had started, it just kept going. It kept it going. So now you seeing kids like, yeah, you ain't have nobody tell you anything about what's gonna happen to you here. Like nobody was in your ear, nobody told you how to move, nobody. And that's what we have now when you try to tell somebody how to move. You like me, you're not like that, or you're not this, you're not that. You can't teach them nothing. So it's like, I don't anymore. I don't. You don't have to be receptive because I'm not going to teach you a damn thing. And that's wrong, especially with what I just said about us coming up with the each one, teach one. So it's like, yeah, we're a tribe, but we're going to end up looking stupid. You might end up putting your fist in somebody's mouth because they talk to you sideways. You get what I mean?
Why not respect what you say? You know what I mean?
Yeah, like, and they not, it starts at the home, man. It starts at the home. I ain't gonna try to switch the topics, but you know, one side of parenting is better than another. At least statistically. At least statistically.
But yeah, we jumping on this pause on this 2-hour affair. I gotta run to the store.
Yeah, at least you can do that. All buses are suspended, and it was sunny out here by the time it was like before I passed out.
Wow.
It's like, wow, man, what is it? Just because it's actually colder than it's ever been out here, though.
Yeah, the roads is frozen. Like I said, I seen like it was daytime where seen the reflection of the ice on the ground on your highways. You know what I mean?
Yeah, they shut everything down by 11 o'clock today. Everything was shut down. I have one cigarette and one blunt, bro. I'm going to beat the hell out of my wife. I'm joking, y'all. To the viewers, I'm joking. I'm not going to touch my wife. But I am trapped in the house unless I feel like walking in 20-degree weather to the store. And it's about a mile, 1.2 miles. So that's about 25 minutes. And then another 25 going back. So that's how we doing over here in Georgia when you don't live directly in the city.
Damn, bro. But you know what's crazy? Because I know that now that you up, you gonna think about that walk before it get too late.
Oh, I'm gonna take it. I'm taking a walk. I got a flask, bro. I have a flask.
There you go.
Yeah, I know how to stay warm, baby. I got a flask and I got about maybe a liter of rum left.
There you go.
So I'm gonna be fine. I'm gonna go at least get me some. I might take a walk over toward the gas station and see if somebody can get me some salad or some shit. Give me like a little $20 salad or something. But like he was saying, man, I thank everybody who came through, like, sub, and share. We here every Wednesday at 6 o'clock. I was late today, so my apologies. That's why I was down to do an extra, the whole clip of the hour. But yeah, basically that was my bad. That was me being I forgot what you call the word, but I was ass white for that one. I fell asleep. Irresponsible. There we go. I was irresponsible with that one.
That was a withdrawal of the cold, icy weather out there that y'all not used to. You know what I mean? That's all. I
am. A lot of us, the weird part about it, everybody in Atlanta ain't from Atlanta or ain't from Georgia.
Well, we know. Well, once with you out there, you got to deal with the surrounding area. They say shit shut down. So when that's
this shut down. And then the bad part is, it's the all the buses are shut down. So if you got to go to work, you assed out unless you got cab money. So I'm about to have to put this woman in a cab so she can get her ass to the hospital and work. She pulled a double yesterday, but yesterday's news ain't today's money, so she got to go. She wanted to do a triple, but so many people had called out. It was like they actually was using her in a triple capacity. Like,
Yeah.
I'm going home. Well, bring your ass home, baby.
Well, thanks again, y'all, for tuning in. Appreciate you for coming out, bro. No matter how much.
Yeah, man. My bad for being falling asleep at the wrong. But I told you when I texted you, I was just trying to get a little nap.
I was gonna call, but I was like, nah, let me text him.
Nah, I wanted you to. I should have texted. I'm like, yeah, he gonna call me.
I'm listen. You sleeping?
But next time call. It's all good.
Yeah, bro. Well, salute to everybody. Like, sub, to share. Appreciate you guys. We ain't gonna hold you for any longer, bro. I mean, not you, but the people. You know what I mean? Yeah, and we out, bro. Any last
we out here. Y'all have a good night, man. Stay out of Atlanta. Unless you live near a train.
Peace, y'all.
One.
Middle of the game, I'm standing out in the crowd. Also hard, gotta stab that can't stop my vibe. Got the beats banging, speakers bumping loud. I'm the king of the game, I'm standing out in the crowd. I'm so hard, gotta stack the cash. Yellow tape wrapped around, I'm making a splash. My flow so hot, it's burning up the scene. When I step into the room, you know what I mean. Yellow tape, yellow tape, yellow tape, yellow tape. We on fire, we the ones in charge. Ain't none time, turn it up. Let the beat drop low. Yellow tape everywhere. It's our time to show.
Practice. I can show you practice. I can show you how to put $1 million in a mattress. I can show the difference between an icon and a classic. Baby in the major should be rolling in a basket. I'm advanced, and it's a lot of dance. From anywhere, my jewelry jump like Ja Morant. And Kif Toe shorts got me tanning with the babes. You would be a surfer if you ever had this wave. I just switch up my cabana, they throw shade. Matter top 5, the top wives know I'm the fade. And throw them out the loop, I be mute, playing cute, nothing to say to you. Cause when I'm back home, I'm like Kyrie, I won't play with you. This is magic with the fur. Tim Duncan on the spur. Tanya Harton on the skate. This that Kobe number 8. This the kick over the head in the hand of Sue Bird. This boy's superb. All I got is 2 words. Mace. Kiss.
Doc, Uncle Jacky, talk with flair in the world of sports. Ain't nothing rare. He constructed plays, breaking it down. East Coast vibes setting the down. Touchdowns to home runs, they cover it all. The podcast hype is never gonna fall. Tio Jay sparking the race, driving the flow. With every episode, their legend starts to grow. Tune in to rhythm, feeling East Coast pride. Jacky and Tio Jay taking you for a ride. Every story unfolds with precision and might. Sports come alive under the spotlight.
My damn food.
Yellow tape, we walking on the scene. Uncle Jacky and the Tio Jay team. Podcast live, catch us on the stream. East Coast vibes, heavy with the beam. We're the talk, all on the map. Spitting truth in every rap. Got the city on our back. No chance, man, no cap.
Docking up with Jacky in the mic zone. Tio Jay Sports for legends and bros. Queer rhythm gods in the flow, no clone. Chatting up stories that we highlight. From the East Coast streets, rap echo flows. Doc in the crew where spotlight shows. Uncle Jacky's voice like the wind that blows.
Cash hustle, everybody knows.
From the East Coast.